The movie begins with Jung Seok, a soldier, driving his sister's family to the last departing cruise ship, hoping to escape the zombie apocalypse. As they make their way to the pier, a desperate woman carrying a child stops the car and begs Jung Seok for help. She pleads for a ride, but Jung Seok, hardened by the crisis, coldly refuses her. Arriving at the pier, he boards the ship with his sister's family. The cruise is supposed to take them to Japan for safety. Once aboard, a soldier informs Jung Seok of a sudden change. The ship is now heading to Hong Kong instead of Japan. Angry and confused, Jung Seok confronts the captain, but the captain dismisses him harshly, telling him to follow orders and stay in his place. Back in his cabin, Jung Seok notices something disturbing: a man, twisted in an unnatural position, clearly infected by the virus. He realizes too late that a zombie has infiltrated the ship. When Jung Seok returns after dealing with the zombie threat, he finds the cabin drenched in blood. His sister's son has been bitten. His sister, in shock and fear, clutches her boy tightly as Jung Seok tries to pull her away, knowing the boy will soon turn. Refusing to leave her son behind, his sister hesitates, and at that moment, the boy turns into a zombie and attacks. Jung Seok, out of bullets, barely escapes as his sister is overrun by the infected. He is forced to watch helplessly as she is devoured. The film cuts to 4 years later. Jung Seok and his brother-in-law, Jae-min, are now living in a harsh survivalist society in Hong Kong. But life is grim. Jung Seok is haunted by guilt over his sister's death, and Jae-min constantly blames him for not doing more to save her. To make matters worse, they are treated with disdain by the locals, who see them as outsiders. Their lives take a turn when a gangster approaches Jung Seok with an offer: return to Korea, now a wasteland overrun by zombies, and retrieve a truckload of you. $20 million left behind when the outbreak hit. The zombies don't care about money, and the gangster promises Jung Seok half the loot if he succeeds. With little to lose, Jung Seok agrees. Jae-min and Min-hoo, another member of their group, decide to accompany him on this perilous journey. They board a boat headed for Korea, armed with weapons and satellite phones, dropped off by the gangsters at the edge of the quarantine zone. The group disembarks and finds Korea to be an eerie, desolate wasteland, its cities overrun by zombies, with crumbling buildings and complete silence. They begin their search for the truck. After several close encounters with zombies, they eventually locate it under an overpass. As they approach, they realize someone is watching them from a distance. Inside the truck, they find bags filled with cash, but their victory is short-lived. The dead driver inside the truck suddenly springs to life, a zombie, and in the ensuing fight, the truck's horn blares, attracting a massive horde of zombies. The group tries to fight off the swarm, but the zombies are too many. Min-hoo is killed in the chaos, and Jung Seok and Jae-min barely escape, driving away in the truck. As they flee, they are ambushed by Unit 631, a rogue military unit left behind after the outbreak. This unit has devolved into a savage group of scavengers capturing survivors and forcing them into deadly games for sport. Jae-min is captured and taken to their camp, where he is forced into an arena to fight zombies for entertainment. Jung Seok, wounded and separated from Jae-min, is saved by a young girl named Jeon. She drives him to safety, skillfully navigating through hordes of zombies. He meets Jeon's family, her mother, Min-jin, and her grandfather. Jung Seok is shocked to recognize Min-jin as the woman he had cruelly turned away 4 years ago on the road to the pier. She survived the outbreak, barely, along with her daughter and father, living a desperate life on the run from both zombies and humans. Despite their history, they take Jung Seok in, and together they hatch a plan to rescue Jae-min and escape Korea. At the Unit 631 base, Jae-min is forced to fight for his life in the Coliseum-style arena, where zombies are released to chase down survivors for the amusement of the crowd. Just as he is about to be overwhelmed, Jung Seok arrives, taking out the zombies and throwing a smoke bomb to cover their escape. Jung Seok and Jae-min flee the camp, but not without attracting attention. Captain Soo, the sadistic leader of Unit 631, and his men pursue them, determined to stop their escape. A high-speed chase through zombie-infested streets ensues, with Jung Seok and Jae-min driving the truck full of cash, while being pursued by Unit 631's vehicles. Along the way, they reconnect with June and her family, who help them fend off the zombies. They manage to reach the port, where a ship is waiting to take them to safety. However, Captain Soo arrives and takes June hostage, leading to a tense standoff. In a dramatic moment, Joan's little sister uses her remote-controlled car, rigged with flashing lights and music, to distract Captain Soo long enough for Jung Seok to overpower him. But in the chaos, a massive horde of zombies is drawn to the port by the sound of the fireworks used to signal the ship. Jung Seok, Min-jin, Jun, and Jae-min make a desperate run for the helicopter that has arrived to rescue them. As zombies close in from all sides, in a heartbreaking moment, Min-jin, wounded and unable to run, decides to stay behind, telling Jung Seok to take her children to safety. But at the last moment, Jung Seok refuses to leave her behind. He fights his way through the zombies, using every last bit of ammunition, and rescues her, throwing a smoke bomb to create cover. The group finally boards the helicopter and escapes as the port is overrun by zombies. Exhausted, wounded, and emotionally shattered, they fly away from the nightmare below. As the helicopter ascends, Jung Seok gazes down at the devastated landscape of his homeland, a mixture of relief and sorrow washing over him. Though they survived, the scars of what they've lost will haunt them forever. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Au revoir.